Hey, how's it going, YouTube? It's your homeboy Lil checking in, and right now we're about to check out the homie Atozy with the new video for a TikToker who just got deported from Dubai, which I'm really interested in checking out because for some reason, since that first video of his, I've been really into seeing IRL streamers crash out and ruin their lives because it sounds messed up, but because they didn't have to. None of none of these stories had to. Like, why are you putting this on the internet? You feel me? Anyways, we're about to go ahead and check him out, see exactly what he did, because I have no idea. I have no idea who bro is.
This TikToker was just deported from Dubai for being a public menace, and now he's facing even bigger problems.
I've
Bigger
been awake
problem.
for almost 48 hours
It's
now.
always people that look like this, bro.
Honestly, I might die of sleep deprivation.
I don't even know what this means.
Wish
But
me luck.
Well, as you may know, this is Josh
sleep
Block, a 23-year-old
deprivation.
TikToker who gained nearly 4 million followers on his World of T-Shirts account on TikTok for honestly all of the wrong reasons at this point. I did a video on Josh about a month ago where he took his public crash outs overseas to Japan, but here we are again because surprise, surprise, things have just got so much worse. They went from bad to terrible. He's essentially become this extremely slow train wreck that you can see coming from a mile away, headed straight for an inevitable cliff. And on his way there, he's going to cause as much carnage as possible. So it's hard to not look away. If you caught my last update, about a month ago, Josh had a major public breakdown in Japan. Not your average bad day. No, we're talking slamming heads into walls, yelling at strangers.
Bro's already talking about bad to terrible, country to country, apparently. Like, the same thing as with the last story with Vitali, you know, that streamer. Why do you go to another country to do this? You feel me? Like, oh my God.
Strangers, hitting strangers, biting strangers, and overall just a full-on mental breakdown. And yes, I said he even bit a dude. Come on. I mean,
He bit me.
Who bites people?
He bit me. Last night we're out with Joshua.
My nephew tried to bite me last week. It hurt. I
That's pretty cool.
thankfully, his alcoholism can be transferred by biting people, because then that guy would be in a whole world of trouble then. But of course, a lot of this was recorded and a good bit happened on live stream, so everyone got to witness this firsthand. It even made the news
That
at the
is
time with TMZ reporting this
wild.
crazed TikToker who got detained via citizen's arrest. Yeah, you heard that right. Citizen's arrest. He
I've
was
never
such a
seen
menace over there that some random
citizen's arrest
pedestrian on the street
in
had
real
to
life.
snatch him up and go, I
Hold
gotta
on.
take you into the police station, buddy, because this is just unacceptable.
I can't breathe! I can't breathe!
No.
This one.
Not with the I can't breathe. How? Like, all dude is like has him in a hold like this, kind of like walking him. You know what I mean? Like, where's the I can't breathe? That sounds like a prior condition right there.
And I mentioned this in my last video,
Got him
but
with
it
the
still cracks
spin.
me up that Josh is known for doing these screaming bits in the street of New York. But honestly, in New York, no one bats an eye. He's in Japan for like less than a week and he's being escorted to jail. In New York, you already have hundreds of crackheads who do this behavior for the sport. Like, no cameras or live streams needed. They're just built like that. So sadly, that's just a way of life there. And this is also why the likes of like Johnny Somali and so on, they're doing their stunts in Japan or South Korea or so on, so they can actually stand out and get a real reaction. And it also helps them not being choked
Makes
out in the
sense.
subway, because sadly that can happen in New York as
In a
well.
weird,
So note to
twisted way.
streamers, let's stop taking your BS to countries that don't put up with it, because seriously, how many stories have I covered this year already of you guys getting arrested while live streaming in a foreign country? I mean, it's past ridiculous a while ago. I'm surprised you guys are giving me this much content to be uploading daily for this long. Anyway, after the Japan incident, Josh made his way back home and he just left off right where he stopped. Dude. Like, he just kept on going. Same old, same old. Because Josh originally got on my radar after the stuff in Japan, which is why I did my
I think one thing that's crazy about this whole situation is, and it's kind of like messed up, is that they're getting this money to be able to do this because we're watching. Even me, I'm doing a review on someone doing a review on someone, you know what I mean? Like somebody's IRL in real life. But you know what I mean? Like, we need to stop. There could be so much better things out there to be watching than people acting up in other countries. You feel me? So, anyways.
a full look into them on my video, and what I found was an absolute dumpster fire. Josh started making content in 2019 with videos like this.
My first viral video was when I ate crickets a few years back. Yo, exotic food check.
And now
I'm gonna be 100% with you. I actually, like in other countries where they're like, hey, we got, we make these bugs into whatever, any kind of food and everything. I actually don't have a problem with that. But what I do have a problem with is that dude just found those crickets out back and was like, let me just rinse them off because it looked like he had some water on the plate, right? Like, it had a little bit of some water like on the plate, like right there. So he rinsed those crickets off, found those crickets, and what? For a cloud.
And now his normal baseline content is stuff like this.
Have fun in Mexico, loser. I think 400 grand a year.
Which is horrifying. Clearly, the latter stuff got him a lot of attention and views, and he just figured out if he just keeps doing that, he'll keep on getting views. Views can clearly be pretty addictive, and it's clear that Josh has been a little bit more than addicted to them, as well as to alcohol and so on. His main problem with alcohol, though, is he himself won't really admit that he has a full-on problem. Like, he admits there's a problem there, but he doesn't admit that he needs help.
Ah! Oh, no!
Not in the street.
Come here, let me
Ow!
let me get you.
Help me!
Come here, hold me.
But obviously, his content went from him talking about coffee to that. So how does someone go so quickly from content like this to being arrested in Japan for throwing drinks, kicking, screaming, and even biting people in the street? Well, after reading about some followers' concerns, it might have to do with some pretty disturbing people that surround Josh. So enter Michael Quinn, a so-called influencer who has major influence on Josh's downward trajectory. Michael came in right before Josh turned 21, and if you look at the timeline, that's when things really started to spiral downhill. Because clearly, Josh's habits went from casual to dangerous. His videos, once just crazy, now it's someone with a serious health risk, and Michael was not helping. If anything, he was encouraging it. Josh then started posting videos that were more disturbing than funny.
Bro, it's weird, old creepos, like, I might be showing my age or whatever, but whenever I was younger, it was like a responsibility of adults to make sure like a kid was cool. And I know with all these crazy stories coming out, like you find out it wasn't always the case, but like, damn, I wish it was. Like, all these weird creepazoid dudes just taking advantage of younger people, and that, I mean, that ain't cool. Straight up, you know.
Showing clear signs of alcohol abuse, even visibly shaking in public.
I think I'll take my whiskey neat. My coffee black and in my bed at 3.
And I mean, at this point, you have a guy who's barely 2 years into drinking, but is already showing signs of severe alcoholism. So after months of public breakdowns, it all came to a head in Japan.
Hey! I think 400 grand a year. I think 400 grand a year. I think 400 a year.
However, even after being detained,
I think this is just a situation just like with cars, and this is gonna sound like maybe like a hot topic or whatever, but just like the driving age and drinking age and everything needs to be raised, like because of the fact that like when you're young and you get that freedom first of a car, it's like, oh man, I'm a whip it. I know, flip my car the very first 4 days I got the car. It was a Chevy Tahoe. Love this thing. Flipped it back over, still drove and everything, but it's still like, you know what I mean? Like that whole, you get too much freedom too fast. And like this, you make 400,000 a year. Who's gonna tell you shiz? You feel me? Like, you're not telling me anything like that at 21, $400,000.
and Josh managed to flee back to New York City yet again, avoiding any real consequences. And while all of his antics in Japan could have ended with a wake-up call, Joshua came back and was back to his usual self, getting mad when people in public were saying put the fries in the bag, and yelling at how much money he makes. This apparent very common interaction between viewers and him was even caught on live TV.
In the Mets game, because Josh blocks there, that's him right there, he's on TV.
In trouble?
And someone's yelling, put the fry, I could just tell. Someone's yelling, put the fries in the bag. He's flipping out.
What?
This is live, too.
No.
I can just tell. They should just zoom in on it.
Like, dude.
He just told him I make 400K. I know his mannerisms.
Can you imagine being such a train wreck of a human being that someone can quote your crazy crap without even being able to hear you? And if you think that guy was just making assumptions and could be wrong, well, you would be wrong.
I don't know what 21-year-old me would have been on.
Put the fries in the bag! Put the fries in the bag!
Go away. No. Teeth still yellow as hell. More than you, though.
Clearly, it wasn't wrong. Also, I had to share while reading about Josh at the Mets game, I saw a Reddit post of a guy saying that he also saw him freaking out at the same Mets game and was wondering how a moron like this guy could afford seats like that. In quote, he called him a local kook with too much energy. And clearly, this is true because Josh does have terrible energy. Very recently, he pulled this.
Have fun in Mexico, loser! Have fun in Mexico!
I don't know why it was making me laugh so much, but like, I haven't seen any clip of him like just calm, other than the very first clip at the beginning, whenever he's talking about he's about to die from sleep deprivation. And like, why is bro on 11 every time? I might be part of the problem.
Donald Trump
I am
is
part of the problem.
supporting you. Make America great again.
They want to picture Dash.
He said, I agree. I agree.
Have you seen the nice guy? Some love.
Yeah, if that made you feel away, I promise the irony of it will make you feel better because Josh was just deported from Dubai. I mean, kudos to Dubai for actually seeing this guy coming and literally locking their doors because Josh has basically just been causing trouble.
Out of all the crazy stories we hear about Dubai and everything like behind the scenes and goes down, he's deported? Like, bro's deported? Oh my God.
Everywhere he
This story
goes,
is
and
crazy.
unfortunately for him,
Josh,
he announced about a
no.
week ago that he'll be flying out to Dubai. And
No.
of course, his followers immediately raised alarms. Well, why? Dubai is notorious for its strict alcohol laws, and that's definitely the last place a dude who drinks in public should be. Because let's be real, I have a feeling if he actually went to Dubai, he could have ended up in a similar situation to Vitaly. Because drinking is only allowed in designated
Which is why I
areas,
wouldn't be
bars,
wilding out in another
restaurants, or
country.
private spaces with a license. Public drinking or being intoxicated in public is illegal, and the penalties can be pretty severe there, ranging from a hefty fine to actual jail time. So his followers and me were tuned in to see if he was actually going to make it into Dubai. Because let's be real, when has this dude ever followed the rules? But in a way, thankfully for this man, he never made it past the airport. So Josh went on a 14-hour plane ride, and they stop him as he's trying to enter the country, and they send his ass right back home. And Josh is claiming that it's because his followers sent nasty letters about him, but honestly, I don't think the UAE even cares about that. I think they did one little background search on him and was like, oh, yeah, we don't want that here. I'm just saying his internet footprint is enough evidence to keep him out of the country. And that's where we get Josh thinking that he's gonna die from sleep deprivation.
I've been awake for almost 48 hours now. Honestly, I might die of sleep deprivation. Wish me luck.
Just imagine Josh flying 14 hours to cause havoc in Dubai, getting there, then having the gate shut him. Then he has to wait around to be deported. It's just kind of poetic at this point. So after he gets home, a few things happen. Josh doesn't feel like going on stream because he's exhausted. So this scumbag friend of his has a toddler meltdown because he won't get as many donations.
I'm so frustrated.
Why are you frustrated?
He also made a TikTok where he claims that he will no longer
I want a
announce when he's
friend like
going
that.
somewhere. And honestly, I feel like that might be for the better.
I made it back to the U.S. I'm back in New York. From here on now,
I mean, he didn't make
future
it back.
international
You got
vacations won't
sent
be
back, buddy.
announced.
But not streaming with Mr. Bass didn't last for too long, as shortly after they all got drunk together and he made this bad mistake, as he claims that he
What'd he
accidentally
do?
destroyed his career by deleting TikTok off of his phone because it's no longer on the App Store.
Once I delete it, I can never get it back. It's not in the apps. What if I don't? I deleted TikTok.
You know,
It's not in the App Store. What am I gonna do? I deleted TikTok.
Bro, what? I didn't even know that. Is that true? I don't even get on TikTok, but I have it just in case somebody sends me something.
Honestly, I mean, he could just upload videos from his web browser on his computer,
Thank you.
but we'll see if he can figure that one
I
out.
was
Here's a
wondering,
message
like,
to Josh.
is
I
that
know
a
having your
possibility?
Dubai plans
Okay.
being canceled sucks, but honestly, it was by far the best case scenario for you. I mean, we still don't know what happened to that lady who was going to rebuild Pakistan, so Josh would probably end up under the jail. But this also probably means that Josh is currently looking for another place to cause a scene at, so I'll be on the lookout for updates. And hey, if you're in New York,
Oh my gosh, y'all. This is this is the first time I even seen this video. First time I seen this dude, Josh, apparently. I loved it. I loved everything about it. Like, don't be wilding in the streets. Don't be doing things that you shouldn't be doing, but your image is like whenever you're a personality or like anything like this, influencer, streamer, I don't know. But it's about like the content is really based off of like your appeal, your image, and everything like that. And bro, people are out here ruining their images. I hope I don't ever ruin mine. But I appreciate y'all coming out, checking in with your homeboy, and I hope that you know, y'all check in again with me. Thank you so much. It's been your homeboy Lil. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the page, hopefully. And your boy's logging out. Have a good one. Preach.